get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, blue ready. 50, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. Time to go, night.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready, black 25. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
Now Winston. And that's complete to Cooks. Brandon Cooks past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Cooks. 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 45 to the mic. 45 to the mic. No, check. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 45. Check mic 45. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Here we go. 10-2 stuff. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Check 45 to mine. Check 45.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
45. Mike, 45. Night, sweetheart.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Echo.
Here's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check my 45. Check my 45.
From the gun, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try the left side. Kendall, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a give right side. It's Grant, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
But what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
And touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Hey, check Mike 45. Check. Hey, Zoo. Watch the slip. 45, 45. Mike. Ready?
To the air, Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin White in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go! Sponge!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 9, Winston being chased out left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Ready, move ready. Let's go, D. Let's go. Wait.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
From the 41, Winston steps away to his left. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Undercrush. Green, Timothy.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Watch the shift.
Here's Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Ready up. 45. Check my 45. I got you. Hey, Delta. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Check, 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 check.
Allen gonna throw. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, exit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Now Allen. And this is Shepard on the catch. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Stay with your man. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's is going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Winston now. He sets up the screen to Jones. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 77 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Winston dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Check even.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Going the other way. Ready. Black 22. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Green, triple team. Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go deep. Tighten up. Let's go deep.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check 99.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
3rd and long for Winston. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Seven. 45. Mike, 45. Get it.
On 2nd and 7. Allen. Buying time to his left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Look at me, zipper. Wahoo!
Now Allen. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Kendall. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the set. I know he ain't got it. Why? You draw Porter. Bang, 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 bang.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
45. Mike, 45. Touchdown, he does. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Hey, Charlie. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Let's go.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
45. Check Mike 45. On that, baby. On that. 45. 45. Mike 45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, and the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Buccaneers 24. Albert Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Winston now to throw on first down. He completes it to Evans.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. They find some open field here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That was very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense, I think you're... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Tackles. 45, 45.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Taco Charlton in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check three. Switch.
Hey, Oregon.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 42.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They come out here in the I. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Winston the throw. That's caught by Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Watch Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Now Winston. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Zoo.
Cut. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Mike 51.
Now Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Back to throw. Allen. And it's caught by Parker. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. Catch made by Slayton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw up in this